Hey everyone, this is PhoneArena with a video review of the Samsung Galaxy Mini, an affordable Froyo handset, which features a 3.14-inch touchscreen, a capacitive touchscreen, and a pretty miniature form factor. It has a pretty lightweight, and it also has some stylish notes to its design. So let's check out first the looks and then the interface of the Galaxy Mini. In terms of design, the first thing you'll notice when you fire up the phone is a 3.14-inch screen with a poor QVGA resolution. We have 240 by 320 pixels, and if we take a look up close, you can notice the level of detail. You can even make out the pixels in the Angry Birds icon right here. So that's the main trade-off for the price. Except for that, on the front side you have the earpiece, you have 3 physical buttons, you have this brushed plastic finish on the main menu one, and you have 2 contextual physical buttons right here. You also have the mic on the bottom. On the right hand side you have the micro SD card slot, which supports cards with capacity of up to 32 gigabytes. You have the lock key on the right. You have the volume rocker. On top you have a 3.5mm headset jack. You have the micro USB slot, which is lid protected. You can pry it open, see we have the micro USB slot right here on the back side of the phone. First of all, you see this nice patterned finish, which allows for a pretty secure grip so you don't accidentally drop your phone. On the back, you also have a 3 megapixel camera unit, which is pretty basic. It's a fixed focus unit, so you don't have autofocus. It also lacks flash, so that's the camera on the Galaxy Mini. On the bottom part of the back cover, you have the speakerphone, which is pretty loud, and we're overall pretty happy with the sound quality in the Galaxy Mini. So you see it also has this inward curve on the back, which contributes to a pretty nice design, and the lightweight of the Galaxy Mini is also a plus. So now let's take a look at the interface of the Galaxy Mini. The main advantage of having a smartphone, of course, is the access to your operating system, and in this case, this is the Android 2.2 Froyo, a very versatile operating system, as you know, and you have the Samsung TouchWiz UI scanning on top of it, and as you see here, they've added a couple of buttons for quick access to your connectivity options like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS, and as you can see, the performance of the phone itself is pretty snappy, and it supports pinch to zoom in the home screen as well as in the main menu. So if we pinch to zoom, we can easily switch between our screens right here. And what you see also is the 4 icons on the bottom, which are present both in the main menu and in the home screen, and these are typical for the TouchWiz UI. And navigation in the home screen as well as in the main menu is pretty fluid, mainly thanks to the low resolution of the screen. The processor in this phone is his 600 megahertz processor, so you don't have that much of a horsepower, and this is very obvious when you try to play games. But before that, let us show you the easy way of switching between tasks. So just by holding the main menu key, you get to this menu where you can switch between your 6 latest apps, and you can also go to the task manager where you can free up space by killing apps, for example. And if we go into the main menu and try and fire up Angry Birds, a popular game by Rovio, you'll see that it takes a while to load, but what's worse is that it has a pretty jittery frame rates, making it very hard to play. So if you want to use your handset for gaming, the Galaxy Mini might not be your best option, and that's a clear demonstration. You can see the jittery rates right here. Not the greatest phone for games. Oh, here you go. You can see that it's barely usable. When it comes to the software on the Galaxy Mini, you have the usual suite of Google apps, starting with the great email client from Gmail. You also have the Social Hub application, which is not by Google. You have the Google Maps, and it's version 4.5, which is not the latest one. Unfortunately, it doesn't support multi-touch, so if you try to do this, nothing will happen. We can see this in the About section right here. You also have the great YouTube application, which looks like this and supports a lot of options. You can dislike videos. You can also take a look at the information, skip to related videos and comments, and even more. So that's a great addition to the overall experience on the Galaxy Mini. And speaking about the YouTube application, we should say that the internet experience on the Galaxy Mini is pretty fluid. Unfortunately, it doesn't support Flash, so you'll see that you have your full pages loaded pretty fastly. The phone supports 3G with connectivity of up to 7.2 megabits per second, and here is where you can clearly see that the low resolution makes the text barely legible. Actually, it's not even legible. And if we zoom in, the situation gets slightly better, but still you have to consider this when getting the phone, and we have no flash, unfortunately. So and that's the browser on the Galaxy Mini. Otherwise, scrolling works pretty smoothly, so it shouldn't be that bad. In addition, you also have the Quick Office package. Unfortunately, it comes in its limited edition, which doesn't support document editing. You also have a nice file manager, which is a great addition. You don't have to go to the market to download a separate application for that. And you also have the task manager and Samsung apps for your applications. The handset comes with a 3 megapixel fixed focus camera. And fixed focus means that you don't have the option to make macro shots, but you have plenty of shooting modes instead. You have the panorama mode, you have the add me option, which basically takes two images and merges them into one. You also have plenty of scene selections that you can choose from. So that's a pretty wide selection of options you have. Unfortunately, the photos turn out to be very washed out in color, so there is a pretty large amount of noise in the picture, so it's a below average camera quality. And when you try to switch to the camcorder menu, you see that the resolution is only QVGA 320 by 240. That's only good for MMS messaging, but hardly good for viewing on a larger screen. Finally, multimedia playback on the Galaxy Mini is done pretty nicely. You have the typical music application here, so let's check out the sound quality. So now we're playing it at maximum volume. It produces a pretty clean sound, so let's listen to it one more time. As you can hear, it's pretty loud, so we're content with the sound quality on the Galaxy Mini. And when it comes to video, the screen is kind of on the small side for viewing video, but the handset supports video playback. Of course, you can play back MPEG-4 files right out of the box, and if you want support for DivX or XVID codecs, you have to download an application on the market, and it works pretty good, especially in the resolution close to the native one on the phone. So you can also use this phone for checking out your favorite videos. Finally, for an off-contract price of $230, the Galaxy Mini is one of the cheapest offerings out there. And if you're fine with the poor QVGA resolution of the screen and the pretty basic camera, you'll be happy to find out that the processor works pretty quickly on this handset. So you have a very fluid experience. You get most of the functionality of Android 2.2 Froyo, which is great. You also have the Google suite of apps. On the downside, the camera and the lack of flash should be also considered. And your alternatives in this segment could be the LG Optimus One, which offers a 3.2-inch screen and a very snappy performance, a better resolution, and arguably a better camera. So you might take a look in that direction. But if you're fine with the QVGA resolution of the Galaxy Mini, this could well be your choice. For more details and an in-depth review, check out PhoneArena.com. Thanks for watching.